So this morning we're looking at a horse with a quarter crack injury. It's a racehorse. You've seen the video of it walking up and down. That's very typical of quarter cracks in that it lands quite heavy outside but then loads the inside. And of course it's the inside loading that causes this crack. Quarter cracks are either called coronary cracks, or the old-fashioned name is sand cracks. In other words, they start at the top of the foot and work their way down, and they also break from inside to outside. So they're entirely different to grass cracks or bearing border cracks. This is slightly complicated, this case. We'll have a look at it because it has got quite an injury to all the skin around the coronary band at the bulbs of the heels, and that was over a year ago. That may well have something to do with this crack because it could well have weakened the hoof growth. Okay, let's have a look at the bottom of the foot. So we can see this burning of the skin, which was caused last year by the application of a product to the foot that unfortunately burnt it. Very typical thoroughbred foot, almost as wide as it is long, but big healthy frog on it. But when I look down the long axis of this foot, we can see it is a little bit high here, using the long axis through the cannon. So again, that's very typical of quarter cracks. And I'll pull the foot forward and then you can see the quarter crack on this medial quarter here. So here we can see the crack. The foot is a little bit flared there. We can see this lesion still running around here, and you can see it's gone through the coronary band. So I'm going to tidy this up and I'm going to repair it. We're also going to shoe it with a heart bar shoe. Why do we use a heart bar shoe? Because it transfers some of the loading through the frog plate and therefore unloads this wall a little bit more. So it isn't just a single fix, it's the way we trim the foot, it's the way we shoe the foot, and we're going to do a really strong quarter crack repair with acrylic and fiberglass cloth. One of the main reasons for trimming this back is not just to get rid of the flare, but acrylic is only going to stick to clean hoof. So we have to rasp it anywhere where we think the glue is going to go to give a good clean surface for the glue to attach to. Come on, mate. So we have an aluminium heart bar here, and that's to unload this quarter a little bit more, and as you can see, this is really quite a nice fit. There is a little bit of a gap here. I'm not actually going to float the heel. When I repair it, I'm going to repair this crack around here, but I'm going to wrap the repair over, and that's quite deliberate because I think it holds this whole back of the foot quite firmly. But it is also an advantage that often these horses have destroyed the heel a little bit, as you can see here. So actually we're doing the repair for the crack, but we're also going to rebuild a little bit of the hoof wall here and give us something to sit the shoe on. Okay, using acrylic glue without fiberglass cloth is meaningless. The fiberglass cloth puts the tensile strength into the glue, so we have to have fiberglass cloth. And I would always recommend a minimum of 4 layers. So we're going to do 4 layers on this horse, and I'll show you the easiest way to get 4 layers. We take the cloth and we fold it once, so we've got 2 layers, twice for 3 layers, and 3 times for 4 layers. So we know we've got 4 layers now, and we'll cut that off there. And now we're going to just have a look at the horse with it on. We're just going to try it for size because we might have to adjust it. So we're going to run it fairly close to the coronary band without being on the coronary band, and we're going to wrap it in the heel like that. So that looks like we've got a good size there. We might just reduce it just by a little bit. Just probably cut it like that. So I know when I fold that back up, and the reason for 4 layers is when I put the glue in, I'm going to fold it once, twice, and we know we're back to 4 layers. So now I've got to mix the glue up, but first I'm going to just dry off the hoof a little bit. This is a very wet day, and the hoof has been splashing about in the water, so we're just going to apply some heat. Obviously some horses are a little bit wary of this. We'll see what this fella thinks to it. To the noise, he seems to have been quite good. And if you use a heat gun near the coronary band, you need to put your hand over the coronary band because we don't need to go burning the sensitive hairline. And this horse has had enough things go wrong with its hairline. So this is not a hairdryer. It is a heat gun. In other words, it's used to strip paint, so it's really producing a high degree of heat, so you need to be careful with it. But you do need one of these if you're doing hoof repair. So now I'm going to mix the glue. I warmed it a little. Acrylic glues go off at different temperatures. This is a relatively slow setting one, which takes about 10 to 12 minutes to go off. It generates heat as it goes off, but on a cold day you need to warm it. In other words, acrylic glues are normally set up to go off at 23 degrees centigrade, which in Fahrenheit I guess is around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're on a cold day, if you put a little bit of heat into it, it will accelerate it. If you're in Australia, then you need to keep it in the fridge. So it's a 2-part mixer. It has the main body of the acrylic and then a hardener, which you can see coming out. Always better to mix a little bit more than you need. And before I mix that up, I'm going to protect the coronary band, which is quite important for obvious reasons. We do not want glue on the coronary band or on the hairline. Hair is a wonderful medium for glue, and if I can ever find the end of this, we might get some. Okay. So here's another little trick. Duct tape is far too wide. If you tear half of it, you do a better job and it goes twice as far. Now let's pull it forward. So we want to protect the hairline, but on the other hand, we do want our glue repair to be as close to the coronary band as possible. So we'll put that on there, and then we'll wrap it round again. All right, mate. So, just a little bit of protection from the glue. So, we need tongue depressors. If you're going to do this sort of work, you need locks. 100 of them will cost you only £2 or £3. So don't try and do it with spoons or what have you. So I've got my glue in here. It hasn't been mixed yet. We'll give it a good mix up. Actually, I'm going to put just a little bit more in. Now, let's just top it up a bit more. And give it a good mix. Really good mix. Till you can't see any of the white anymore. And then this is the easiest way to impregnate this cloth, is just to do it like this. We've done one side, and you can see all we need is some plastic. We'll do the other side exactly the same way. So it's not the amount of glue you have, it's that you get it right into the fibres. And then we can do the folding. So if we can fold it in half, even my math stretches to knowing that that is 2 layers and now 4 layers. So we're back to the 4 layers that we knew we needed. If we fold this over here this way and give it a good push, again, it's not the amount of glue in there, it's that it's fully impregnated. So we're ready with that. We'll take our pot over and we'll take this nice wrap here. I will put the leg up on the foot stand again. So if we put that there. And shouldn't worry about putting plenty of glue on. Remember, we're going to wrap it round. And we have to look at that. Better to put a little bit more glue and wider at this point than not cover where you want it. All right, Buster. We take this out of its wrap and we're ready to go. Put it by the coronary band. And then I'm going to pick up this foot and bring it back under the horse. So you can fold that. Okay, Buster. And you can see it's being folded into the lateral sulci, so that's quite deliberate. And then we'll get a little bit more glue on here. The thing is, once you put the glue on the top, although you don't need excess glue in the patch, the thing is you can always trim it off. So better to put a little bit more on than you think you need, and you can trim it down. We're also going to put a little bit more on the outside of the patch. So we've got enough glue on there. And we're not going to want it on the frog, so be careful there. And I'm just going to put one little bit more here, a little bit more there. And then I'm going to wrap it up. So, actually, you can just hold this foot in mind. You hold it here, that way, and then we're going to use this fantastic wrap. And we have to be careful that we don't go and skid our repair off. So make sure we've wrapped it carefully a couple of times before we go hard. But then we can put quite a bit of pressure. You can see how tight I'm wrapping it. This is really good for glue. Glues like a little bit of pressure. They like to be forced into all the micro cavities. And because we're well protected there, we could put it down, but what I'm going to do I'm going to bring it forward and I'm going to put a little bit more warmth on it, thanks. So, put it there again. Now I'm going to use my heat gun and be careful. It's on the low setting. If we put some warmth into it, we will accelerate it going off. It won't change the quality of the glue, but it will just mean that it will set a little bit quicker. So this type of acrylic glue, as I say, goes off 10 to 12 minutes. It doesn't actually reach full strength for a day, but nevertheless it reaches 90% of strength, and to all intents and purposes, if you wanted to exercise the horse 2 hours later you could, but it doesn't reach full strength until the next day. The other thing to remember about glues is that if you cover any crack with glue, there is a danger of an infection, because we've almost created a perfect environment for microbes. We've covered it, we've given warmth. The hoof itself, however clean, is full of microbes, or at least the exterior is full of microbes. So I always warn the client that there's a 1 in 10 chance of infection, but it isn't a case that they will think, is the horse feeling it hasn't got an infection? Believe me, if you get an infection in a crack behind a patch, it's like fracture lane. So what do you do then? Well, you have to take the patch off, you have to get rid of the infection, and then you redo it. And every now and again I have that happen, not too often, thank goodness, but it is inevitable. So you must remember to warn the client that this is a risk. All right, it hasn't started to go up in temperature, but we'll put the foot down and we'll just get him to stand there quietly and let it go off. So we know we haven't glued the coronary band because we had the tape. You can just see the top of the crack there. That will allow us to put some topical antibiotic, if necessary, to try and suppress any infection. And we'll just clean this up. As I say, always better to put a little bit more glue on than you need and then clean it off. We have a little bit there that's close to the coronary band. And we'll have those. quite important with the glue, because it's not fully gone off, not to tear the clench right down. So you just need to turn it and leave it there. Okay, just to remind you that we repaired a quarter crack here, but it was not just a simple action of holding the crack together. We've worked on the foot balance to try and get him to land more level, and we've also used a half bar shoe to take some of the loading off that heel. So we've done three things with this horse. It's a complicated crack in that he obviously has this skin problem, which looks like it's affecting the hoof growth. But by and large, that is a basic crack repair for a medium quarter crack, and it's a very successful way of dealing with this problem.